Oh, hey Hudson. How you doing? Can't see you left side. Yeah. Let me see where he's calling judge. 'Cause he calls judge for AFK at like 22. I'm just like, he banished something. He says bill is 1500. Looks at deck, adds a card. That's a card. That's the first thing they say is like, look at the logs. I'm just gonna not even, like, I'm gonna look at them, of course, but it's like, there's probably not even an issue that they can explain properly. Either there's no issue, usually the first thing, or the second thing is that the issue is way too long and they are incompetent at explaining what the issue is. If they have a problem, they should be able to tell me what the problem is. He's doing blah 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 all game, do wrong. Like, okay, what is he doing wrong? Explain. Hey Rockhouse, how you doing? Rock the house. I really don't know what the problem is. I haven't been able to figure it out. He's been doing stuff and then they've been continuing, so I assume there really isn't an actual problem. If there's an actual problem, you're supposed to call the judge and stop actually playing. Both players are playing right now, so I don't see a problem here. Um, there's a ruling issue anymore. Currently, they're not asking anything for ruling issues, so I'm not even gonna bother. It's a waste of time at this point. Both players are okay. I haven't come across this bug yet. Tiki Soul. No trap monster you control this monster would be destroyed by opponent's card effect either set. It's in the spell and trap card zone instead. Like 1 heritage, channeling 2 return on set. Set monster. Is double Tiku Soul in the field? It's your turn to set monster. If another trap card you control is that is a monster would be destroyed by opponent's card. And he can destroy a statue. If a card is special summoned from your spell and trap card zone to the monster zone while this card is monster, you target card. Is he destroyed? Is statue being destroyed? I think so. Yeah, in the case where the other Tiki Soul has another Tiki Soul, the Tiki Soul will protect the Tiki Soul number 2. I preferred for this Tiki meta. I don't even know, man. But yeah, it's other. It's not. It says other cards. It's weird how it says it's an effect monster, but it's not. It's ambiguous whether or not this is an actual effect monster's effect. It looks like a trap card's effect. Because it just says, while this card's an effect monster, it's like, shouldn't it just gain these effects while it's an effect monster instead of? That's what I'm wondering. Is it a traps effect or monsters effect? This is bad. This is bad. Hold up. Maybe I don't even have any knowledge on this. They're treated as monster effects. Nice flashing lights you got up there. Hey Pops. Thanks, Pops. It's a monster in the monster zone as well as a trap card. Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! There's still traps. Crystal Beast, I don't even know. Crystal Beast is weird too. Oh no, crystal pieces. No, no, it's not even crystal. It's not nowhere close to crystal beaks. Crystal beaks are gonna be speller trap cards in the speller trap card zone, or a continuous spell card in the speller trap card zone for sure. Once it goes there, it's a spell, continuous spell. These trap monsters have their own different mechanics. Like if you, I believe, Book of Moon, a trap card that is also being treated as a trap and a monster, then it gets set in the spell and trap card zone. There's a whole page on it. Oh, he left. Rip. Yeah, soul will save other souls. It can't save itself though. So if you were to destroy one soul and then the other, then yeah, you'd get you'd be able to get rid of one of them. Watch out, he probably recorded you. You mean like how I record myself? I don't understand how it would change stuff. He's recording me because I'm also recording. Do anime on anime. What is this? What is this? I I don't care about this anime. Why did they send me this message update for an anime in 2014? Oh, that was laggy. Heck. This guy dumb? Not reading? You refusing to read? Doesn't that have a graveyard effect too? No, it doesn't. Hello. I can't follow directions. Deep bag of hot Cheetos. I don't even know if that's an insult. It's like a weird analogy. No. Why is there even a 2.0 at the end of that? Why don't you just call it Yu-Gi-Oh! Meme? Unless that's part of the joke. But then I'm disappointed in a lot of things. Don't don't follow them. If you're followed with them, please unfollow. Or do what you want, I don't control you. Thanks for the 5 bits. There are no calls. Like, there's a bunch of them online, but none of them are gonna be actually doing calls. I know this chump doesn't do calls. Or 3553 doesn't do calls. That watching the bits fall into the cup is actually pretty enjoyable. Thanks for the 48 bits. Like, how does Asmo know that it's exactly 48? He counts it one by one as it falls down into the jar. No, he doesn't. I don't do that. Like, I don't know what. I'm pretty sure the cup's going to overfill and like blow the bits out. Look, no one's gonna take this call. We're gonna take it before everyone else clicks on it. That fast. Did he change something on the opponent's turn? No. Did he change something on his own turn? How? Okay. Normal summons Candina, activates Candina effect, chain link to Makaba, activating Makaba's effect, Fonts Lyco's effect, chains Ignis, chains something. This Ginge guy doesn't know what missing the timing is. He chained I chained a card so things miss timing. It's like, no, that's not exactly how it works. How does it not get banished? Well, the thing is, Candina's not actually on the field by the time Makaba resolves. social media pop-up is supposed to be every 5 minutes, but a lot of things happen in that time frame where like I look over, I'm like, still running again? Because I set up for 5 minutes, it feels so short. Doesn't it banish if it's in the grave? What? No. It banishes if it's in the correct location at which time it activated it. It's if it's still in the same location where it activates, then it'll get banished. If it's not in the correct location where it activates, then it won't get banished. Also, Ignis is supposed to do a thingy thing and do it. That doesn't he still need to do Ignis effect? Did I miss it? Ah, I see. Okay. And another Lyco. Wow. Wowie. Still negated. Because if he has some other thing that negates out of his hand, like Effect Valor or something, like more salt in the wound. Like no ads today. No, he doesn't have it. Oh, hello, infinite loading. Hello, this man is calling again because of slow play or something. It's your boy JXL with his 17th B-Day. Gotta smash these. Okay. Hey, JXL. I'm surprised Aswad didn't actually hit for that. Complains about slow play, but doesn't actually call for slow play. Nor does he call at the proper time for me to exactly figure out if it's slow play. But it looks like there's a ruling issue that red player doesn't even... that red and blue player disagree with. Which doesn't necessarily constitute slow play. Like, you can't call for a ruling and complain about slow play for that ruling, because it's a ruling issue, not a slow play issue. It's a very, very big difference. It's not even a negate. It's like, can I legally activate this? It's like, nah. Nah, you can't. Destroy something. These derps doing again. What is they doing? Okay, let's see. Barfa is supposed to banish a set card. Where is it? Just let's see. This guy is incompetent. He can't communicate in complete sentences. Like, it's not that hard. Stop pressing enter. Actually, no. Okay, he says in chat login he does it because no, he can't even communicate in complete sentences. Regardless. Like, red player just getting triggered at every little instance that the blue player does. You, he's trying to banish face down, but he's fumbling. I have new rules. No, you don't. You don't even know how to read the rules to begin with if you think they say that. You literally can't have two effects activating at the same time inside the same damn chain link. That's not how you build chains. You're gonna get dunked on by Crystal Wing. He doesn't have any summon negators. Oh yeah, there's like no calls. No calls to take. Like usually what happens is like someone will need help because there's like way too many calls. I just hop on, like half the calls already disappear when I hop on. Like a few like within the minute after I hop on, like half the calls will disappear. Great. Yeah, so I created the ruling stock for regionals already. I think I need to add Pacifist to it, but all the other relevant cards are on there. And then Ghost Ogre, Ash Blossom don't really need stuff because I already have some stuff in there. That literally say drawing is adding a card of the deck to the hand. That's Ghost Ogre has its own things. I mean, I could add it onto it, but then I'm not even sure if it's worthwhile for the page space. There's already like 4 pages of card effects and rulings that I have on there. Taking quite a while to load. This level leader? Jeez. Why would you do such a thing? Holy crud. Oh, let's summon an Infernoid monster back. And then start link spamming because you have a leader. Oh my gosh. Fair and balanced. Thanks, Pops. Oh, he's gonna avoid imagination too? Fair and balanced. Pop it, no more link summoning. You were the chosen one. You gonna do it? You gonna stop it? Nope, he's gonna stop it. That is a black garden. Let's see. Normal summons Throw-Blade, sends Barrage, draws a card, activates Terraforming, adds Black Garden, activates Black Garden, sends Terraforming, activates Left Arm Arfing, banishes. Did you figure out his goof? Wait. I read the wrong card. He had a second Left Arm Arfing, that's what it was. Summon Curse, must special summon the current control that monster, banishes one card from their hand. Wow. He's gonna nuke the hand with Zodiacs. Where's the demon?
You have acquired a follower.
Hey, thank you for the follow. Dude, if you can't just set it back in my zone, then I just say activate and then send it to the grave to activate the field spell since it would have been face up either way, and since the graveyard doesn't matter if you set it back in my zone if that's it. That's it. What? Does set rotation have a button on the top? Change your selection or not? Well, it's the friggin' that one classic question with the 3 doors. Oh, I just told him something. I was just going to activate it. I will be surprised if you freaking have a black. Wow. Okay. I saw you drop this wallet on the ground. And it has your name in it. Don't have anything to add with its effect. So, by deduction, this wallet must be your wallet, right? Yeah. Like, okay, so here is your wallet. That's not my wallet. What? I mean, you're dealing with a demon anyway, so you're probably gonna lose anyway. How do you know if the demon's not lying? Like, what if it just, like... What if it just gets off on you, like, thinking that you have a choice, but you're really screwed anyway? Because all the doors are gonna kill you horribly. Hello. You're throwing a tantrum on Twitch. He only has like 40 duels under his belt too. Look at what you've done, Sparrow. You ruined the chat. This guy on about he doesn't like a ruling I'm giving because it's the correct one, and it doesn't give him any sort of advantage. Why are calls taking so long, admin? If you don't care, why are you still here? Like, you can just leave instead of wasting your own time. But apparently your time's not valuable enough to consider even leaving the game. The period was meant to be a question mark. This person is quite rude. Yeah, sort of. You are allowed 3 minutes to side deck. If he refuses to continue, then if he refuses to continue, then I'll just apply the Mali AFK penalty and be able to play. What? Easy wins, easy life. Danko and anti-spill? You monster. Let's see activation timings. Why do you take forever to activate Wavering Eyes? Taking forever to read Anti-Spell. Because then, like, you have to be able to figure out if it's like, did he let it resolve or not? But it looks like he's not even communicating. So he should be communicating first of all, and the activation of Wavering Eyes I would say is pretty damn late. Yeah, pretty damn late. One scenario is you could have actually been reading, but he didn't communicate it anyway. Second scenario is he totally forgot he could chain to anti-spell and totally butchered it and is trying to go back on what he's doing. It took him beyond like 20 or 19. I think it's right a little bit underneath 20 seconds to flip that Wavering Eyes. It took 18 seconds to flip that Wavering Eyes. I took a split second to read the card, then immediately Wavering Eyes. He lies. I took a split second to read it. Activates Wavering, and then immediately activates activated Wavering Eyes. I look at the log, it's like, it took 18 seconds to activate Wavering Eyes after you flipped up Anti-Spell. It's not a split second, that's 18 seconds. Attack over the Denko, alright. Oh, he has a thingy thing. He's rushing too. Like, I'm usually playing fast, and then he plays super slow for Wavering Eyes. It doesn't make any damn sense. The heck and quick effect does he have? That's oh. Can't do that. You literally wouldn't draw for that Max C. I don't think he's trying to blow up the Sekka right now. He's trying to make a game for both of your cards on the field. Which one is he do? It doesn't really matter. Well, it does matter a bit. Yeah, but it matters a bit. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't matter which order he does it. Don't taking that? Who else is online now? Like, I think all the other judges that were not actually taking calls logged off. Is it an illegal move when an opponent starts the battle phase and use threatening word before he declares an attack? No. That's not illegal. If you read basic rulebook, which people don't, you can activate things at the start step. This is taking quite a while to load. Would it fix it if I cleared my cache? That way, that's like taking forever. My opponent should assume I have a response. Like, I'm playing. Like, okay, so you're not responding to this. That makes no sense. The opponent should play the game for me. It's like, what? The opponent does not play the game for you. If that doesn't make sense, then what are you? Are you high? Am I high? Y'all? Y'all out of it? My opponent should assume I'm doing this, this, and that, without me actually saying anything about it. Like, no. Not a mind reader. Like, if the other player's taking too long, then it's like, oh, he said a card. Did I do something about that? Ah. Oh crap, I could have done something about that after the fact. So, if he's like taking way too long, you can't tell if he legit. You have to, yeah, you just have to straight up say, dude, you legit forgot. Even though it was an obvious play, you totally forgot it, and then you're gonna pay for it. Like, that, like, if you misplay and you forgot, and it's been like way too long. Some people try to do that. They try to like backtrack on their plays. The opponent's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" It's like, "No, friggin', you messed up. You have to deal with it." If it's a legal thing that you messed up on, then that's fine. If it's not a legal thing that you messed up on, then we have to rewind game state. Guy, the can't verify. Oh, and he's not real. That's why it's not verifying. I'm gonna refresh. All right, we're back. Oh, hey, we're at 20 or 2000 or 2000. Actually, are we at 2100 now? Actually, check. We were really close when we started, like 2073. Now we are at. We need 10 more calls to reach 2100. There are no calls to take. He just randomly stopped. Oh, and he okay. There you go. Have a nice day. He just randomly stopped playing for some unknown reason. Yep. So there aren't that many calls right now to actually take. It should be. There's usually a lot more calls. Still have an hour or so left. 2 hours or so left, actually. What other stuff is there? Oh. Mistake is on the field. I activate Ignis effect to activate a spell from the deck. And my opponent Ash Blossoms. Yeah. You can do that. Fine. Question about interaction of few cards. The fifth dimension, yada yada yada. Heck is Metafist Dimension. Continuous trap. Your opponent specials a monster except during the damage step. You target one of the banished Metafist monsters. Then banish it during the end phase of the next turn. If your other monster, you yada yada yada. Okay. It would trigger in the same thing, but then you wouldn't be able to activate it. Something your opponent can't like target stuff. Your opponent cannot target despot cards on the field with card effects except this one. Opponent cannot target desktop. Can't target my set since I would have set M2. Oh, is he using an effect during the battle phase, but before? He can't use Rainbow. Apparently, he can't use Rainbow Kuriboh to target Despot 03. Um. Asbo giving out wrong rulings all Saturday. I wish I would be there. What? Oh my gosh. Are you destroying? Wow, he only knows you have Galaxy because you friggin' fast played. Okay, I guess he's not destroying anything with Minerva.
You have acquired a follower.
Which means he can't even destroy with... Wow, okay. Oh, thank you for that follow. My opponent's a cheater, but I have no evidence to back it up. This Blue Spirit Dragon Synchro Special Stone the Light Dragon Monster to a Link Zone. I use my copy pasta. Or not even copy pasta. It's a hotkey. Macro key. Yeah, Minerva's effect doesn't target. The other issue was he was trying to use something like Rainbow Kuriboh. I don't know the card text though, but apparently that targets a monster when something attacks directly or something. And he's like, you can't use Rainbow Kuriboh, and then the game is like ahead of itself, and then players are rewinding improperly. But yeah, Solemn Strike was set later on. It wasn't even face down on the field at the time Minerva's effect triggered. Not that one. Fourth? Oh, whoop. Wrong one. Red player's trying to chain his own Nadia? Yeah. Red player activates Allonoids, targets a card. Blue player chains a trap effect. Where's the Allonoids? The heavy storm duster is being exploded by something else. Why is that a problem? Because players are bad. Wait, what? Hold up, whoa. I'm totally not reading the situation. Flirting with 8 different guys at once. Um, 6 years becomes not that bad the further up you go. Duster's activated. Okay, targets 2 set cards. Waits for the opponent to send stuff. I will let the blue player talk it out. Oh hey, Arrow's here. This guy is playing like a derp. Activates Heavy Storm Duster, clicks on two of the targets, and waits for the opponent to actually destroy it before continuing. Um, organism? No, no organism. There's a difference. There's a very big difference, Tombstone. Arrow sounds so responsible. Well, Arrow's here, I think. I literally have to spend like a few minutes telling the player literally exactly what he did because apparently the player can't figure out what he did. He's trying to tell me something else that he did, but he didn't even do that. Like, the people are not complaining that the calls are taking too long either. That's at least good. But dang, these calls can take long because the player's like incompetent at times where it's like, oh, I did this. I checked the logs, like, you clearly didn't do that. I'm not here, stop lying, Asmo. Players like K go, please. It's your turn. Yeah, ew. Why not both? It could be. Is that a Dark Magician? Ultimate Wizard in terms of attack and defense? He used Magician. Oh, he used Magician Navigation. Was Mass Change set in the same turn? No, it was not. Yeah, it's circled. It's literally I resolve Magician Navigation, then activate Dark Magical Circle as Chainlink 1, then Chainlink 2 Mass or Chainlink 2 Mass Change. Like trying to figure that out, but then the players are not explaining very well. They're not getting to the point. Because then one player's asking, "Can I chain this?" and the other player's asking, "Is it still banished?" So it doesn't help. It doesn't actually help me figure out what the real issue is because players are not asking the right questions. He can't actually add that. It's the other hero stuff. Dude is ask. He's very ask. How did he ask Mass Change? No, he fixed it immediately. He was like, wait a second, this is the wrong one. It's the hero effect, not the Mass Change effect. He already had one Mass Change in his hand. He literally normal summoned Shadow Mist, and the player's like Magician's Navigation on it. And then the player after Magician Navigation, he used Dark Magical Circle effect to try to banish the Shadow Mist.
Disqualified.
Player activates skill drain. Player continues. Normal summons Candina. Activates the effect of Candina. Chain stuff. Is he negating the Starlight stage? Oh yeah. Also, if he summons Candina and skill drain's already face up, you can't actually Ash Blossom the Candina because it's already being negated at the time. Using against stage, I guess. He never added with stage, I think. He never added with stage. Okay. He activated stage, didn't add with it. It's not good in battle phase. Unless he like used it first. Oh, he already used it. Not sure why you. Go ahead. He okayed it. He okayed the stage effect. So yeah. There's like not a good reason to ask again. Didn't need to. Can you strike Candina under skill drain? Yeah. The effect is negated, but not that skill drain doesn't negate the activation. It's only for things that just negate the effect. Like, you wouldn't be able to strike it if something else is trying to negate its activation already. Because, that means something would literally have to chain to the activation of the effect. Which means you can't activate strike because you're no longer responding to the activation of the effect. Skill drain doesn't negate activations. The strike will still be able to negate the activation of an effect. Of an effect monster. Not just any effect. It has to be a monster. Don't do calls Asbos. Asbos already killing them all? Yeah. Anybody seen SRN lately? No. He hasn't been around. Um, alright. They got it resolved. What did he do? He gold Sarko into Necroface? Oh, he's like, why are you banishing Lila from... Yeah. They got it. What's the ruling on the Call of the Hind Neb thing? Ask your head judge. I was watching a watched. What do you mean watching a watched? I don't... That doesn't comply. What were you watching that watched something that watches? We were doing so well. I think at this point I've accepted my fate. Or the mic popping stuff, because I actually can't afford to buy another audio interface right now. It might actually just be... I can buy another USB cable to see if that will fix it. But it seems more like a Twitch/OBS side issue. But I've increased my mic volume to the point where if there is actually a loud popping sound, it'll be just as loud as my voice is usually, so it won't be too bad. Because people are going to turn down the volume when I do talk, so then when it actually does peak like that, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Stop applying whenever I do an action when an admin comes, he starts up suddenly. Asmo, just buy a new Twitch? Oh boy. You geared the guys were Exobasuv? Okay. Is Vitor gonna come back? He said he was watching it watched, and I'm like, what do you do? Out of mobile hell for now? I mean, we have transcoding, right? I hope. Do we have transcoding? You can check. Let's see. What do we have here? We have transcoding, yay! You can watch it at 360 pixels if you want. We have captions though. I don't think we have captions turned on. We have captions turned on? Oh, we don't have captions that days. I said watching a judge. What's the call on the... You said the Neb wouldn't activate? It depends if you're putting it face down or no longer in public. No, the neb is still gonna be able to activate on Dueling Book for that that particular interaction. As long as you're not like banishing it face down somehow with like with a non-targeting effect that banishes things face down. I have a 1-pixel TV. Doesn't it just display colors? Yeah. Just display solid colors. When did I start streaming? I started streaming around... I figured that out. Oh crap, I started streaming real late. I thought I started streaming at like 9. Holy crud. I actually gotta stop at 12. Or like 12:30, but then like it's like I still have like an hour left. He got reverse burned. Or reverse healed. The setback will cost him 2 additional cards. Wow. I didn't even finish loading in the cards. The guy like went AFK for some reason and then he exploded by the time I got in. Takes quite a while to load all these images though. If only there was some way to download like a patch that flash or download like a file that saves in like or like have another button that loads all the images onto your RAM. And I'll have it access via RAM instead of the database every single time you need to load images. Player enters a standby phase, activates the effect of Future Fusion. Chain links Cosmojo, loads Dark Eclipse, chooses Future Fusion to banish it. Bielson Cosmo, what year, please? What? This is a valid thing. Cosmos are like, are at least decently better now, because then you can still get on summon effects. As long as you're not banished face down. Or the on summon effects activate. Cash would solve the issue. Whichever correct term it is. I'm not a computer scientist. Wait. I am totally forgetting the title right now. If Prohibition is on Blacklisted Soldier, can you still summon Blacklisted Soldier Envoy of the Beginning? Yes. Blah blah blah, so you can't draw more than one. What is he talking about? He's going to Pendulum Summon 5? You try to maxi after the player declared Pendulum Summon. He doesn't even know what maxi does. He tried to draw 2 cards off the first 2 special summons from the Pendulum Summon. Like, it's just one special, or the first 2 monsters off the Pendulum Summon. You don't draw at all, in this case. Heck, you're not even supposed to draw 5. Cyber Parapet and Dre. Asmo. Hi, hair kaboom. He shuffled his hand. What? No, he legit drew Cyber Giant Dre and Cyber Repair Plant. Except he returned Cyber Repair Plant onto the top of his deck. Oh no, he returned the drawing cards. He literally like put in the wrong order. Double check the order here. And Dre's on top. No, it means random access memory, not random access by the way. Get it right, Air Kaboom. You're not a computer. Here are some directions to follow. I'm going to not follow those directions, admin. Okay. You know what it stands for, but not what it does. Not 100%. I'm not a computer specialist, sir. Stop it, get some help. Yeah, I need some help with computer stuff. It's not necessary for me to fully define computer components to be able to build a computer. Just need to know which ones to get. To pick the good ones out of the bunch. Stop it. Fight. Oh. Asmo got it right. That's not even the right thing. It's like one away from right. Asmo, can you speak Asian? No. Asian isn't a language, sir. But you need to put a kappa on there. Otherwise, that's extremely racy. No. When you say RAM equals, you're either doing like a checking statement on whether or not it actually is that. Otherwise you can set, or otherwise you're setting the variables R, capital AM to equal actually it wouldn't even work correctly even then, it's a string. Unless you treat both of them as strings, but then that'd be an issue too because you wouldn't be able to treat the first as a variable. I don't do JavaScript, I do Python. I know a bit of JavaScript, but I don't actually use it. Change rescue. This doesn't target the battle effect. Wait, what? Would you, what? He attacks Quick Fix with Sitesimus, or Decatron Tree of the Sitesimus. Attacks directly with Omega.
You have acquired a follower.
Thanks for the follow, man. Gains other effect. Vanishes quick fix. Oh, okay, I see the issue now. I walked away for 2 seconds. Why was February timed out? Racy things? This sentence is not absolutely clear, and it bugs me, and there's no way to type it out such that it's absolutely clear that I can think of right now, at the top of my head. Isn't he banishing Spiral Resort? Well, technically speaking, TM Queen, the timeout is for 1 second. Okay, fine. It's both a timeout and a purge because timeouting for 1 second is literally purging. That's not what the issue was, Air Kaboom. It was literally he was trying to activate the effect of Spiral Mission Rescue in a different chain link within the same chain as its activation. You have to if you're flipping it up, you either choose if you're activating the effect or not. That's it. Stop splitting hairs. Just because yours are synthetic doesn't mean you can split everyone else. Wow. Watch people give wrong rulings in pub chat all the time. Look at this. Where's the question where they activated Hanger? Can I activate Go Ogre off the first effective Hanger? Player's like, no. And some player answers off wrong. This Dirk Jans guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Can activate Ogre, but the effect will still go off. He's like wrong twice in a row. Oh, he doesn't talk after that too. And before Hogan is wrong. Let's see. Because he, like, in the first 2 words, he just insults the opponent calling him noob. I'm like, are you sure that opponent's a noob? Shogun Saga? Shiranui? Did the summon get negated? It doesn't say I can't. It sounds like the summon got negated or something, and the opponent's like, "That's I negated that summon. You can't summon it back with Call to Hunt." Yeah, Shiranui Shogun Saga, or Saga Shogun. Is it? Wait. Which order is it? Hold up. It's Shogun Saga. Yeah. It's in Spanish it's reversed. I'm not looking up the card. I'm like reading all of its translations. I'm like these get reversed sometimes. We're gonna watch Hogan not respond at all ever again. Why would you know it's Spanish? It's on the page right here. Look. Like it's on the page right here. Look, right here, right there. I was looking at the page. I have like 3 monitors. The German one? It's Shiranui Shogun Sage. Sage, you're off. I don't know how to pronounce German words. It's German. I don't know. He enters the battle phase and attacks. This player is not here. Let's give him 30 seconds to respond. Red Rock in Spanish is Roca Roja. Oh, okay. What is no in Spanish?
Disqualified.
It's not that. Definitely not that. Anyway, this guy's not here. Yes. Wait, what? No. What's no in Spanish? Yes. Like, what? Like, Google Translate time. Or just ask what is no in Spanish. I'm pretty sure it's also no. Yes, it's also no. Hey, Asbo, can you say... Okay, okay. Are you ready for this? Interplanetary purpley thorny dragon. Is that sufficient for your pronunciation? That was a bit slow. Call me slow? Oh, rip. Is that an actual card name? Uh, opponent's offline. He clearly isn't offline, but he's not here. Let's give him 30 seconds. As well, I'm going to describe you in 3 emotes. If you guess them correctly, I will give you a random number of monies. Uh, that is hard. Playing mini games now. Hold up, I got 5 seconds on this call.
Disqualified.
Um, Let's see, which ones would it be? There are no calls. I can screw around. Hold up. There are no calls. I can screw around. No. Hold up. Shut up, Asmo. All right. What one would the third one be? Here we go. I tried. 90% resistance. Wow. Take a hit. We left her one on Omega. He wasn't banished or replied. Rip man. Oh, he is here. Okay. Is it not sending? Try again. There you go. The Nurse Burn guy? Rip the Nurse Burn guy. How do I say Mikazuki no Yaiba? What? Illegal summon of Decode, he says. That's a normal monster, Yugi. Why does the Magician player have a Tomahawk in the grave? Why is he running that? I don't know. He made it with 2 Astrograph Sorcerers, though, apparently. So he sent Galaxy Tomahawk, Black Fang Magician, and a token. Tomahawk is more convoluted Gofuman. And technically is. He can't use the token summoned by Tomahawk to make another Link monster if... Well, he can. He'd have to use the Link monster, the Tomahawk, to even link.
Disqualified.
But he used a Tomahawk, Black Fang, and a token. If you were to make a Tomahawk, you'd literally have to turn Tomahawk into a Link Spider or something. Or you can't even do that. You'd have to... The dark? If it's a dark, you can probably make Link Kruger or something. But if he's not there, then we can't continue the duel. Let's see, his opponent is JP, red player's Dodo. JP. What are Mintus? They're mints that augment time. Every time you eat one, it becomes Tuesday. Minutes are like hours, just short. Why Tuesday? They're mint twos. Do you not understand? Why anything really? Why do we exist? That's better. Yes, can do. Empiric thinker, I don't know what that means. This GIF will describe everything. Anyway, empiric. Isn't that based on like data? The term for empirical. Well, thank you, dictionary. 99%, I'd say. Doesn't think he process. Most of the time, yeah. Not all the time. Ugh. Depends on the purpose. Also, no call. Once again. Asmo, if God is all powerful, can he create a rock that even he himself can't lift? That's the problem with these things. You have to be. He's like he'd have to be not too powerful, but really powerful, but not super powerful. Otherwise, you end up with the paradox. And then you end up with like smashing babies' faces into rocks. Why would you create a rocket? That's another question. Why would he do that? He or she. Don't. It doesn't. I don't. I think it. I'm pretty sure it can be both. I don't think it matters. I can create anything. I'll make a rock. like, like, yeah. The question would be, what's the point? Wouldn't be being able to not be omnipotent and be omnipotent at the same time the true omnipotence in itself? 'Cause you're literally controlling everything by being both at the same time. Ah, that was an easy riddle. I am ready. That's right. I finished the riddle. Just finished it right there. That was the riddle. Are you ready? Was the riddle. I'm as ready as SpongeBob will ever be. Why is this stream like this? What? There's like no calls because then they're all gone. Choose the one that hasn't eaten in 3 months because it's dead. But why would you open any of them? You're perfectly safe outside. Alright, can he negate Iris on activation just adding through deck? What is he talking about? Activates Magical Abductor. Activates Sky Iris. Counter on Magical Abductor. Sends Ash Block. Okay. Like, he's like, puts a counter on Magical Abductor. He's like, you're activating Sky Iris, right? It's like, no, this gets spell counters. Did you not read it? Oh, I can't even see the counters now. It's so bugged on my end now. Because the room is going to collapse in 1 minute and you need to get out. All those 3 doors sound like dead ends. Hi, Arrow.
Hello.
I see you have
He's a
become...
robot. He will live.
He's a robot.
You see what?
Ninja Assassin? I mean, the Ninja Assassins aren't necessarily going to kill you, so I might as well choose that one too.
Asmo, Saturday now needs to be an unboxing stream. That is all I will tell you.
Saturday needs to be unboxing. I literally have to go to a regional Saturday. Also, I need to make sure I cancel that on the schedule thing.
Damn it, Asmo.
Because I literally can't be streaming on Saturday because I'll be busy.
You need to do an unboxing stream.
Of what? Are you going to buy me a popcorn or something?
Bought you a thing.
What?
I bought you something. You don't need to know what it is. It tells you what it is.
It's
Wait, does
supposed
it tell
to.
you what it is?
It's supposed to tell me. The hell did you actually legit choose something off the wish list?
I did.
It hasn't told me, so you haven't bought it, so you're lying. It can't be.
I have the order number.
What? It would have given me the notification, because then it... Alright, I guess I'm getting something on Saturday that I don't know what it is.
Oh god.
Why is it so funny? You can only order things from my wish list, except there's like a bunch of crap on there that I don't really need.
Okay. I found the most useless.
What is it?
I found the most useless. You don't need to know.
I mean, all of these are supposed to be useful. All of these are useful. Oh yeah, there's some useless stuff on there.
And I found the most useless. Oh wait, it's taken it off the list. Huh.
What are you talking about?
The thing I did, it took it off the list because it's been done.
The list setting is supposed to email me when you order something, right? Pretty sure I have.
I don't know. Yep, there it is. It's definitely done. Shipping to Asmo, California. Full address hidden for privacy.
You're evil. You're evil.
What I wanted to do. I'm going back to wiring up my sockets.
What?
I'm going back to wiring the sockets. My new office thing.
Oh. Wait, you're at work right now?
No, I'm at home. I'm back to 2 monitors again.
Oh. Okay.
I have now.
So you're doing computer design work or something? Or you're controlling a
have-
robot that does stuff for you?
Now I've wired in new sockets and made it all look pretty.
Did he reset Stormforth when I looked away?
Yes, he did. Call him out for being a dirty cheat.
You can legally activate Stormforth, but you just won't. You just won't be able to attribute anything because the masterpiece is unaffected by spells.
Oh.
Hello.
I'm Asma.
Hello. Hello, Asma.
Who joined?
Peter?
That's why I'd come
Peter.
say hello. I'm not actually wanting
Okay, you said hello. Go in.
you first.
Uh-oh.
Hey, fight. Don't actually fight.
Okay. How do you want to do this, Peter?
Peter-
Fisticuffs?
How was that appeal?
He appealed, and then like 5 seconds later, I was like, no, I don't want to appeal actually.
Instant regret. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
he
Asma's
can't
gonna
even
come in and
appeal
take it? Oh, never mind.
Exactly. You know, it might have been that. It might have. I didn't even tell him it was you that was coming. I was like, I'm just gonna contact another judge. One moment, please.
Wait, Peter, you're a judge now? How long has this been a thing?
Look at my profile.
I've just seen it. How long have you been a judge?
Go on to the resource judge 3591.
I can't log in. Can't use
Well, then
Doom
you have to
Book. And dies in horrific flames.
Spontaneous combustion is such a way to die.
It's a hardcore way to die. Imagine just walking along. Imagine just doing something horrifically mundane and then just bursting into flames for no apparent reason. It'd be an amazing way to die.
Oh my gosh.
Doing just shopping and suddenly you burst into flames.
Like, what would the people do if, like, just like the guy in front of you just like burst into flames and you have no reason to think how that would have happened? Like, what do you do? Because I mean, like, if he's totally enveloped in the flames, he's pretty much dead already. It's like, should you save him? Probably not.
Donald's looking at the menu, deciding what to order, and then just burst into flames.
And he is gone.
Disqualified.
Wait, where did I put my screwdriver?
This player is not here.
Oh, I've lost my screwdriver. Uh-oh.
He tried to Unending Nightmare the Pendulum Magicians after Pendulum Call was used. Like, I mean, you could keep trying to do it and pay all your life points away. Entirely feasible. Or entirely feasible if your goal is to lose the game as fast as possible.
Well, that was easy.
I need a button that does that. Actually, no, that'd be spammed way too much because literally every single call. Are we? Oh yeah, we took 10 calls, right? I think we did. Hey, we did take 10 calls. We're at 2,114 now. Oh, I didn't save the profile, did I?
Oh, Critterbot's back. I can see what my CPD's at. So you're at 48. Yes.
Do you really want to fight? I don't think you do.
I mean,
I can literally spend like
Um,
half the time you actually
what
stay
was
online
it?
for calls and have more calls than you.
Freeway
hang on,
fight.
who was it? Who was it? It was 2893 crushed my dreams the other day. Where it was like, I was like, oh, I'm starting to catch up to Asmo slowly because I'm on for like 12 hours a day compared to his 2.
Uh-huh.
But- And then
Doesn't do any
2893 was just
favours.
like, well, that's true, but then you also got to consider how many calls Asmo took on DN.
Oh yeah,
But he
No.
only took 7 on DN.
SK. That's a fusion monster, isn't it?
No.
SK?
SKDSV.
SKDSV.
Target one other monster on the field or in the graveyard until end phase. This card's name becomes that monster's original name, and replace this effect with that monster's original effects. Also, first turn if your opponent attacks a
Oh,
defensive
Sonic
monster,
King
inflict piercing
Fusion
damage to your
Lion thing.
opponent.
It can target in the grave, so it should still be able to copy, shouldn't it?
It's targeting my buster. Tag out.
Let's have a look. Let me go get the card.
It can target on field and in grave, so it should in fit
Nope.
just by tagging out the buster. It should still be
Here we
able
go.
to.
Nope.
Target
What does
one,
it say?
one other monster on the field or in the graveyard.
You're moving the original target off of the field when it's target on the field, so it's not gonna be able to copy it.
True.
Wait, say that again?
You're moving the original target from on the field target to no longer on the field.
Oh, okay, so,
So
target
it
on the
can't
field
track
and then
it. It's not
removed.
gonna track
No,
it.
No.
There's
No,
only
no.
very, very few things that do track, and that's like things that say if this card destroys if any monster destroyed by this monster by battle has its effects negated, even in the graveyard,
Or like,
those will follow.
or like breakthrough skill, for example. I think doesn't breakthrough skill follow as well?
No,
Got that quote chasing effect.
no,
No.
it just negates effects activated on the field, regardless of
I
where
think
you're
it's
active.
whether or not-
Regardless
Yeah,
of if you move
regardless
it
if
on
it moves.
activation.
Regardless of if it moves or not from that field, if it activates on the field, it's negated on the field.
Yeah.
By breakthrough. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Unless the target is removed before breakthrough skill resolves.
That's why breakthrough skill.
Yeah.
There's still the
sucks in
tiny,
play
tiny
during
chance of me
Cosmos.
being wrong and the card just functioning differently than standard game mechanics.
I mean, if you get appealed, I'll come.
Ouches.
Asmo gets appealed. It's great.
Hello.
He doesn't get appealed very often. When he does, it's great.
Appealing Asmo is like wasting time. Unless he's literally like drunk off his butt and
Maybe.
just giving and then it's misinterpreting the ruling issue.
like it's a decision base, and then the other judge comes to me. He's like, "Nah, I don't agree with you, Rod." That is the only time I've been wrong on an appeal. Is decision based.
What was the decision?
It was a case of a guy placed a field spell, then took it back, And then the game continued for an extra turn, and then the call was made regarding the play. I ruled that the card needed to remain on the field. The appealer ruled that it was an accepted game state at that point. Which, after reviewing again, like after the call was
they
done,
continued
I
for a
agree
whole
with.
turn. If they
Like, he
continued
gave
for
it-
a whole turn, then called.
Yeah,
But if they called it immediately,
I can't type like it will for someone, not all it's cleaning up.
I knew I'd heard that about Stormforth before. It was an ARG ruling, that's it.
What? What about Stormfall?
About Stormforth affecting the player, not the card. I knew I'd heard somebody try and say that
Stormforth-
before. Affects the player, it affects the cards.
It
It affects
It does-
the card.
yeah, but then it doesn't
Yeah.
it doesn't
It's
save you against Miscellaneous Source though.
No, because it's not an activated effect.
It's no longer treated as being activated or resolving
Yes.
when
Because you don't
at the time you're
tribute on
tributing.
the activation of Stormforth, you tribute after Stormforth is resolved in an open game state. Unless you have some kind of dumb quick effect that you can somehow.
I completely. I thought
do
that said
after
vertical
Stormforth
abuse,
resolves.
which I was really confused as to how he was performing vertical abuse on a computer.
The Do you draw from XC?
Oh, mermails. Huh. I haven't seen them in a while.
I've been seeing him every so often because they
coming
could do
back.
some really, really amazing combos if they have Neptibus plus Abyss.
I remember a lot of people trying to re-hype them when Link started becoming a thing,
Mhm.
but I never actually saw anybody using them. Which I didn't.
Alright, we'll take Mermail's good.
Yeah, so
Huh?
effective Abyss Test, dropping Dragoons, special resolve or chain link 2 Maxi, special Abyss Test, he draws one card off Maxi. Then a new chain Dragoons and Abyss Test, they are both mandatory, so Dragoons is chain link 1, he's putting it, and Abyss Test is chain link 2.
Mermail should be able to do some pretty dirty things. 'Cause they can use Miss Darboy as well.
Peter, are you a judge on DB?
Everyone's asking me this question, like.
Because nobody knew.
Yeah, no one knew. I only knew Asmo.
I
Judge is
mean,
a strong word for Asmo.
As was just machine.
Judging?
So,
Yeah.
are you? What's your number on here, Peter?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm online, and Asmo's online, and there's only 2 resource judges online.
Hang on, it's
Right.
Leon. You're going to confuse him. Don't give him that.
You're right. You're right.
2 is too high a number. Remember, he thinks super heavy samurais are good.
You right. Oh, so Peter's 3591. Okay.
Well, so Leon, you can't just ask somebody for their number
Yeah, you can.
I mean,
straight up like.
Yeah,
you can
nothing's
ask
stopping
them.
you.
Well, you can ask them, but like whether or not they actually say anything, it's up to them.
That's not how
No.
to get dates. God.
Oh, we were trying to do that? I thought you were just trying to get someone's number.
Why else
we
would
don't
you
get very
have them?
far.
God, Asmo, why else would you be getting somebody's number?
These guys forgot to
For
cancel
work,
the
professionally?
Good to
No.
know. Good leave.
What emails are for?
So
Put it on
emails
an
are...
email.
Let me
Asma, what
guess,
is your
this
number?
Judge calls us.
42. 25.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I was going to be really annoyed and think I was starting to think you were going to make a Hitchhiker's reference then.
No, no. I mean, it literally is, but
You are not the meaning of life.
no, it's the
You are-
funniest meaning of life.
You are the meaning of death. You are the start of the robot revolution.
It's the 4225 though.
You are ground zero.
Asma, what is your number? I want to work with you professionally. See, look, Exile knows what's up. It's 4225, bruh.
I believe he wants to work professionally with you at all.
Did you know there was a spell or trap card effect that special summons after it resolves?
No.
I'm gonna find it. No, I'm not. I don't think there is.
If there is, then I'm like, okay, that denies all logic. The only card I know that does something immediately after it resolves is like the True Draco Continuous Spell and Trap.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are just like, wait, what?
Immediately after it result, there's another one. Saw some play a couple of ago. Can't think for the life of me what it was.
I don't get why this guy doesn't understand that Solemn Strike
Answer his question.
The response to Dumb Fusion.
Could contact you at this number.
What a troll.
As we came in for a split second, he's like, oh, I already know this. I'm just gonna leave now.
There's another call. I'm gonna leave. Come back to you when I'm done.
You can come back. I'm still in this call because he doesn't understand. Okay, he understands. He
The
understands.
feeling.
Ah, dang, you
that
left
there
already.
was him just
I was
being
gonna
like,
finish the call and come back in before you finished your other call.
Doesn't work like that. I'm getting faster.
Oh, hang
I'm
on,
not as
wait,
slow as I
Say
was.
on his resource judge thing, he has a bad review.
I have multiple bad reviews.
He has multiple bad reviews. He's posting the dual logs on each of them.
I posted no. I started taking 3553's approach to it. He was like, rather than explain the problem to him again, why not just post a log so everyone can see what you did and
Yeah.
whether or not the guy is dumb or not.
3553s.
Yeah.
3553.
Is
There's
that
no-
that's Tombstone, isn't it?
I'm not allowed to reveal their names.
Yeah, it is Tombstone. It's got to be Tombstone.
It literally says Tombstone on his thing. How come you aren't allowed to reveal that?
No, I'm not supposed to give out their names. It's their responsibility.
It's on his profile.
So they can go look at his profile. Then the question is answered.
What?
Wait, so why aren't they allowed to be revealed when half of you have the names posted? This is idiotic.
Peter's
Stupidest
being dumb
rule.
again. It's not my fault.
I don't
Yeah,
understand
shit.
that whole thing of not being able to reveal who judges are.
You're the issue. Just
They don't rule in my favor. I want to be able to personally harass them for the rest of time.
Please feel free to look at the logs. That's what I tell people, but they're like, no, admin, you're lying. And I'm like, okay. You check the logs at this, it'll say this. No, admin, you're lying. I'm like,
admin,
you
you're
check the
lying.
logs? You look at...
People are really just throwing Blue Boy into everything now.
Yeah, if you're not normal, if you want to break, use up your normal summon, you can draw two and not end your turn like Card D. I am not exiled Tombstone. Yeah, you are, liar.
I mean, you don't even need to normal summon the thingy. If you have it in your hand and you have the knowledge in hand, you can just knowledge, send it, draw two.
Wait, what if he's not exiled
So you're
Tombstone?
essentially breaking even.
Banished Tombstone.
Yeah, in which case you're breaking even, you go neutral.
Oh yeah, Leon, since you're here, what time
It's
should I
good
come
for
over?
me.
For Saturday morning.
So I think we're expected to be at LA at 6:30, right? For leads, because I'm a lead.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be you're gonna be at my house at like 5:30ish.
Okay,
Wait,
got
what
it.
are they letting him lead?
What are you doing?
That is also a good question. I think he's in a useless position that doesn't need anything.
No.
Okay, good. That
What
sounds.
are you doing?
14 lead. Person, I'm 14 lead.
Floor team lead? No, that's the Ryan man.
No.
Ryan. Wait, you've got Ryanair doing leading? A good sponsor you've got if they weren't bankrupt.
You're not floor lead, you liar. You're the less useful lead, but still necessary.
You know, paper lead, right? It's essentially floor lead too, because you have essentially you're part of my team too.
No, you give people off.
Here's a good question, right? Has Asmo ever got something outright wrong?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like a
Yeah.
less than 0.1%
How many
chance though.
times? How many
No,
times
he
have you
got something
outright
wrong.
got something wrong?
He got something wrong.
Ruling
7
wise,
times.
not like decision wise, ruling wise.
Yes, ruling wise, it was one time. It was
At
one
bang
time.
camp.
Yeah.
Player starts his turn. Active. The opponent activates drastic drop off.
No, drastic drop off. Priority to shuffle hand.
Priority to shuffle hand. I tell you what, I had someone who was hell bent, right? That if you activate a Lure of Darkness, there
you
was a question of whether or not your
deactivate
opponent is allowed to shuffle their hand after they draw 2, but before they've banished a dark monster.
They can.
There's
That's
no
okay.
rule saying you can't.
You can reorganize your hand however you want.
Exactly. He was hell bent on it. Also, this guy just left. As I get in.
Oh, this is a horrific duel. Counter fairy versus anti-meta. Oh, that's just disgusting.
Wait, this doesn't activate. Okay, the guy tried to solemn warning Gem Knight Seraphonite.
I mean, you can solemn warning the summon of it.
No. Well, no.
Brilliant.
What?
You
You
could
just
solemn-
giving us
you
wrong
could-
rulings?
You could solemn warning. You could solemn warning the Brilliant Fusion. You can't solemn warning the Seraphonite, and you definitely can't solemn warning the Seraphonite effect.
Yes, you can. It just negates the summon of whatever you're summoning.
That's not how it works.
That is exactly how it works. You are negating one of the summons that it is provide. You are negating the summons
You can
provided by
negate the summon
Seraphonite.
when he actually does the summon. You can't negate the effect before he's even summoned it. Also, what?
Clerical proof of this.
What?
How is Deco Talker being summoned in that zone?
Why did Zico Talker just move back into that zone?
I once had someone try and ask whether or not if you link summon with a link monster, can you summon it to a zone that link monster used to point to?
Make
Which makes
Lumina
no sense
first.
whatsoever.
Correct. You can't do this.
You can't do this.
That's correct.
I negate the effect of poison in my opponent's
Minerva then decode under her.
I think he's trolling.
with decode.
How do you know if they're trolling or dumb?
It's not
I think he's trolling you.
competent. Where can I put him? Rulebook slam. Rulebook slam. Rulebook slam. Not have a rulebook slam emote.
I mean, I could put it up there, but it would cost $10 to get, which I don't think is honestly worthwhile because it's not a very it's a very, very low effort emote.
We don't need Dark Lord Judge, we need Rulebook Slam.
I want to make an Asmogasm emote though.
Did you Asma, did you see yesterday? Because I've got the same like thing that's occurred here, right? Where someone he solemn striked purple poison in the extra deck, right?
He's an idiot.
And then
No.
you-
And then when he found out that it activates again in the graveyard, he solemn striked again.
Oh my
Great.
gosh,
okay,
so good.
I've got the screenshot to prove it. Hang on.
so
That's
he just
hilarious.
paid 3,000 life points to negate one card twice.
Hey, I mean, if that makes him get game, then by the heck, pay 3,000 and win the duel. That's
I
fine.
get the feeling that did
Good.
not prevent game.
In this case, in this call I just answered, it was the guy negated purple poison with Dika Toka.
Oh,
It's just
that's
like, oh, okay,
just-
it triggers again. Do you want tribute again for Dika Toka?
Wait, tribute? What? Why is he tributing for Deco Talker?
You tribute one monster to negate the activation.
Oh, okay, as in he's negating the
He
thing
negated purple poison in the extra deck,
with
so it goes to
Deco.
graveyard, and it activates again in the graveyard.
That man is a whole new level of stupid.
Just hang on, let me find. I want to find the screenshot because I know Asmo will love to see it. Of
Oh my. Oh, that's disgusting.
what's disgusting?
Right.
Is it like triple fireball?
Frames.
Cypher. Oh, I've seen them.
No, anybody who plays frames needs to be castrated.
I see. It
Not medically.
was nice knowing you.
Especially with Alpha, I changed Twin Twisters to Right.
You cannot use Delta. You already have a monster. Wait, hang on, no. Do they summon? in
Depends.
Monster
I'm
Revolution?
trying to figure out what they're doing, but they're not.
Is he responding to the summon?
He's saying he's chaining He's chaining Twin Twisters to destroy Circuit.
Here we go. Asmo.
It's
I'll put it-
summon of alternative alpha to negate, or alpha in response to alternative summon. Twin Twister in response to alpha, and then delta to negate the Twin Twister. One of those frames will not summon. I don't remember how that
check
worded it.
general chat in your Discord when you get a chance.
This man has made poor life choices today.
Decision.
I like that he still has the pendulum graph
Yeah, he still has time pendulum graph. You know,
and the double iris.
the double
Two
iris.
cards.
Okay, so
He has
Green
used double
Alpha.
pendulum this turn though. That's how he destroyed the. That's how he destroyed the purple poison originally.
He really wanted to keep that rescue cat alive.
Well, I think he was playing X Sabers, so. Which actually, you know what? I've seen more than one X Saber player today.
As in
Been-
pure X Sabers.
I mean, Triple Rescue Cat and Fault Troll and Dark Souls is what I keep seeing.
So what
know if
got him
they're playing.
Turbo?
I don't know. Might be. I don't play X Sabers, so.
Only X Saber deck that exists nowadays. Would just be Gotham's Turbo. I couldn't tell you what it does, but
Isn't Magic more complicated than Yu-Gi-Oh?
no,
No?
Magic's simpler.
going back to Magic. Oh no. It was ruled against me. I'll go play a different TCG. I lost one ruling.
The thing with Magic is that you can change to whatever. Anyway,
I heard that you can keep stacking cards and then both players choose when to start resolving parts of the stack, and then you can keep stacking even in between.
yeah, you can keep stacking, but the thing is, in Yu-Gi-Oh, you have to respond to the last chain link, right? In Magic, you can literally be in chain link 5, right? Play a card to negate chain link 1. Something like that.
And negate a card that's in Chain Link 1 in Yu-Gi-Oh! Have you met Effect Veiler?
Vanity's Call is another card too.
Sure. Or Call of the Haunted Jinzo?
Have you ever thought about judging Dragon Ball Super?
I don't know how to play that game.
Want me to teach you?
I don't think that's a proper teacher.
Well, I'm gonna show you the website that teaches you how to play it.
I think I can find that on my own if I wanted to. What's in it for me though? Because then I'm like, I got this thing going.
I think Leon just wants to spend more time with you.
Oh. Well, you gotta be direct.
Oh no, I thought I was being direct when I
His
asked you
number,
about
so
the
you're not
card
gonna
to join
get any.
Dragon Ball Super. Was that not direct enough?
Mm-mm.
Somebody your card. What the heck? Summon Ignis in
No
his
one's
draw
interested
phase
in
with
draw
Return of the
phase.
True Dragon.
Why is Ignis in attack position then?
I'm checking if
Cannot
he
be-
actually summoned it.
If it was summoned this turn, he got turned into attack position. Without a card effect. What rating is the blue guy?
Are you asking me or Asmo?
You're asking Asmo.
What? Maybe. Technically speaking, you can negate any summon with Solemn Strike, any special summon, but then you can't activate Solemn Strike when a chain is resolving. Or, yeah,
I want clerical proof.
clerical proof. God has told unto me to tell you, rock solid proof by the clergy.
I said clerical, not clerical.
What's the difference? No, serious. What is the difference? I don't.
Clerical is religious. Clerical is paperwork.
Paperwork.
I want the paperwork reasoning, not the religious reasoning. I don't even know why there would be religious reasoning on a
I
Yu-Gi-Oh
legit
game.
answered this guy's question, but he isn't reading everything. It can negate any special summon, but cards and effects cannot be activated while a chain is resolving.
Are we really back to this where both players are like, oh, guys, we're in a mirror match. Do you want to side out wavering?
Well,
I remember that during like Klee format. You get two Klee players against each other. Oh, do you want to side out wavering then? Make the game more fair.
No, I think the original instance of that would be Necros format siding at the Jins.
Patrick over with the Jin.
With the siding at one Jin and replacing it with the same Jin, but a different copy.
yeah, you don't do that thing where it's gentlemen's agreements don't work. If
No,
either player's
gentlemen's
trying to offer it,
agreements are
both
not
players are
fair.
dumb.
Gentlemen's
well, this is-
agreements don't work because
These
this
are
is a children's card game.
these are the annoying calls for me where you go in, they explain the problem, but then as you're dealing with the problem, one of them admits defeat. They're just like, I don't want to fucking deal with this. And you're just like, well, what the fuck was I here for then?
To waste everybody in existence's time.
Exactly. Like, I'm surprised that doesn't annoy Asmo when it occurs.
It does, his
Yeah,
robot
Asmo
face
does a
doesn't.
lot of stuff already. He's
It
immune.
does. It does, but his robot face no longer shows emotion. This is a family stream.
Anyone
you're
know about
playing-
Vijam and cubic counters?
In
Then
the reference
I'm wondering if it's similar to Aliens, where it has to have that effect to even count.
what does it say?
It's in
What does
parentheses
it say
though.
again?
Does Vijam pretty much have to stay on the field for it to apply the effect?
No, it doesn't, because even if it bounces between the, because even when it resummons itself as a monster from the spell and trap card zone, it continues applying the effect.
Pretty much, I'm
From when
asking
it
if
goes
it has
between-
to be on the field face up. It's not necessarily a monster effect either. But then aliens have this stupid clause where it's like you have to have the alien have to say the parentheses thing to even apply it.
This guy, Asmo.
Yeah, it's the counter that has the effect, not the monster.
He claims he wanted to respond to Diagram with Ash Blossom. He activated Ash Blossom 1 minute after Diagram was declared, and after he'd done a bunch of resolutions.
Pretty sure it has to remain face up to continue applying that effect.
No, February's the Predator plant counters do different things. That they do things depending on the monster on the field, what the monster on the field wants to do to them.
Does this card's division split Vijam?
Hey Asmo, does Proctor Jam still exist?
Frog the Jam? I don't know what the
Only in your heart. On any hard print copies you still own.
You're supposed to keep track of when cards change errata name, Asmo. Does Proctor Jam still exist?
You've crashed him.
I'm trying to figure this out for sure, but I'm not absolutely certain yet.
I don't think it has.
Need me?
Vijam has. I don't think Vijam has to stay on the field.
What's going on?
Vijam cubic counters.
Jam cubic counters.
Oh, the cubic one. The cubic level one.
Pretty much the question is, does Vijam have to stay face up on the field to apply the parentheses effect, similar to aliens?
What's the cubic name?
Vijam the cubic seed, or cubic spore.
As well, Caesar says they'll stay.
Okay, give me a sec.
What'd you say?
Caesar said it'll stay.
It'll stay?
Hang on.
It'll stay
so
negated?
Mm-hmm.
If you place,
Yeah.
if you do place one cubic count on that opponent's monster.
No
Right.
one of them, I think, was in the. Yeah, Caesar says it'll stay.
So
Like everyone else is saying it'll stay, but then I have aliens that are similar, but...
It's different wording to aliens,
Oh, okay.
it
for
is.
sure. Yeah, it applies the effect to the counter, not to as a continuous effect of the monster to monsters with the counter.
That what you just said makes no sense.
It gives the effect to the counter and whatever has the counter on it.
It's
yeah,
basically the counter does stuff because
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah,
because Yu-Gi-Oh. That would be correct. The
Whatever-
counter is what's causing the effect to occur, not
not the
Well, that-
card that placed the counter.
yeah.
So the card that placed the counter can't, even if it leaves the field,
Yes,
will still apply.
yes.
That's what I was trying to
You
say.
could literally just say that like the jam does not require to be placed up on the field for those counters to remain. If a counter is placed on a monster, that counter is going to do X effect as per reading card text.
Vijam is actually a very good card. Just
Yeah.
Dambo for no reason.
Meanwhile, Six Samurai over here versus Gofu Turbo.
That Gofu Turbo is literally every deck now. You'll have to be more specific. It could
Be
still
more
be a
specific
Six
than
Samurai.
that. I
Could
mean,
be a Six Samurai mirror for
I,
all the
I
information.
can't be more specific than that because oh, he's saying okay. Never mind. Saying something other than go through turbo. Although I don't think either of them are here.
Yeah, so counter mechanics are really derpy because they're inconsistent with every single other archetype.
I think aliens are actually the exception to the rule now.
Oh my gosh.
The original
No,
counter
like, there's-
archetype.
There's so little archetypes that use counters that like you can't get a consistent bearing because like two of them do a thing and then one of them does something else differently and then like that's it. There's no other archetypes.
I
the
think it
main-
literally depends on the wording of the card that's placing the counter on. If it requires the card that's placed the counter to remain on the field, or there's an effect that's being applied by that card while another monster has X counters, then if that card leaves, that's the end of it. If it's just like you place the counter on a card and then this effect applies while it has a counter, but it's not a continuous effect of the monster that applied the counter.
2
then
seconds.
it doesn't matter.
Victor, if it's being applied in the damage step, destruction is already confirmed. So
Depends on what point.
if it is likely already confirmed,
Depends on
so
what point in the damage step though.
during an attack
What?
and the monster's been flipped face up for the
Oh,
flip
okay. If it's been flipped face up, no way out. No. If it's been face up, that's before damage calculation.
No, flips face up at the start of damage
Hold on,
calc.
let's see. Since there's a lot of
No,
people,
it's face up before damage calculation.
Monsters flip up before
Literally,
damage calculation.
you can special summon one flip monster from your hand or graveyard and face down defense except try Tindangle Angel. This effect is activated during your opponent's battle phase and the battle phase. What about that? Does this prevent destruction of a battle? No, it shouldn't.
So, before damage calc, arrow is a specific timing within the damage step because there are 5.
It should still be destroyed by battle,
Meant
because then
damage
you've
step.
already determined it to be destroyed by battle by the time
Damage
the
step
flip
is
effect
the whole
activates.
thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm not 100.
It's
Alright,
okay,
guys.
Basically, the time that
Can you guys wrap up?
the designated as being destroyed is damage calculation, right? During
know,
damage
I know
calculation.
what it is. I was only half paying attention. I'm wiring up sockets. Fine. I'm half paying.
Alright
I'm
guys,
only
that's gonna be it for today's stream. As always, thanks for watching. There's a lot of information down below. And stay brilliant. This is Asmo.
Stay brilliant.
I don't know.
He's not signing off. He's a liar.
I'm actually gonna go get lunch. Yeah.
Dirty liar.